In some tales, the adventure begins in a tavern. In most tales, the heroes triumph over evil. In all tales of my curse, I am bound forever to the Shadow Realm. Not this time. Welcome to Questline. We are playing live today in studio, and so we want to acknowledge that we are playing from the traditional territories of the Musqueam Nation and the privilege that it is to work, play, and create on these beautiful lands. If you're joining us today on Twitch, we have some redemptions live, more sand, and also a shadow redemption. And so you can favor fate for the players or the Dungeon Master today, and you can read more about that in our redemption stuff and touch base with the mods. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you for joining us, and also like and subscribe, do all that stuff. And we're going to start today with talking about where we are. We're playing D&D 5e in a homebrew world in Altero. Altero is a land of magic, monsters, gods, heroes. But most people in the world are none of those things. One person, a woman, was all of those things. And this is part of her story. This is 2 eras, 2 epic battles, 1 villain. And her name is Faevaris. And she was banished to the Shadow Realm. To start our story, we're in more contemporary Altero, where it's only about 45 years before Ready to Roll. Check us out on YouTube. And there's an amazing group of heroes. They're known as the Steel Wing. They are famous across the world. You 4 players are not those guys. No. But you partied with them last night. Yeah. You went on an epic quest where you defeated some gnolls, there were oozes. This was an adventure. And you meant to just get paid, but instead you found each other, friends, and the experience of a lifetime. And at the end of that experience, the Steel Wing, these legendary heroes, a little tipsy, a little bit excited, they said, "You guys want to come with us and check out something weird?" And you all signed right up. So, one of them went ahead, Lazzarello, the great divination wizard. Hammerlane, the abjuration wizard in the party. She connected with you all and said, "Get in the..." Whoop. The beginning of the episode. I'm gonna check Hammerlane's language. She said, "Get in the portal, losers!" And she sent you all through. And you teleport directly to the land of Boscolonia. In Boscolonia, you're in the Kel Desert. They told you a little bit about this last night. Between Tilnobris and Corum. The desert here is part of the Rao province, where there used to be a married couple, sorcerers, the nobles of this area. But they died of a plague. And their young son was left to manage everything. A young sorcerer in his own right. As you travel through the portal and you arrive to the sands outside of the Vitral Keep, here in the desert, we'll introduce yourselves and connect with either a member of the Steel Wing or a member of the party, get more information, or just jam about the sweet epic quest you guys just went on. Okay, so we know that, oh my gosh, there's so many Steel Wing members. There's 6 of them. Lazzarello arrived first. And then coming through with the portal, Hammerlane, the dwarf. You've got Laurel Stormcast. Bennett, their leader, the fighter. Sarish and Nina, arriving.
Ooh.
Minis look great, guys.
I know!
Jeez.
The druid and the ranger rogue. And you guys come through. And starting with yourself, Alan, you arrive through the portal. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Yeah, my name is Orville, Pilgrim Orville. I am a wandering physician and healer. I practice an art form called the Palm of Mercy, which is known for both its benevolent ability to heal and its malevolence to harm. And it is up to the wielder of this art to judge when to use which. I'm not one in favor of the harm, so I haven't ever used that side of my art. I just want to heal. And right now I'm trying very hard to heal myself because I drank a little bit too much wine last night. It's a herbal tea is good for hangovers.
The sand and the heat hit you.
Oh. Yeah.
You work really hard. Roll a dexterity check as you come through. You work really hard not to give away to these amazing heroes on the other side of this portal who watch you stumble through?
I rolled an 8.
Stumble through? So what does this look like as you arrive in here with your tea in hand?
You would swear for a second that he was a drunken master until he just takes one extra step, one extra stumble that makes it look less graceful. And you know, oh, he's just having a bad time right now. So, yeah.
Does he want to connect with anyone?
Of these most esteemed individuals, not any one in particular, but I would say that based on how his head feels, he's connected with Hammerlane. Quite. Yeah.
Yeah. Should punch you in the shoulder as you come through.
Thank you for the portal.
Yeah.
Very kind.
You like the desert?
It reminds me of, not necessarily of home, but of one of the first places I ever traveled to. So I do have a fondness for it, though I can't say I can endure this level of heat for too long.
Yeah, me either.
It is beautiful, though.
This will not be the second D&D game you vomit on me, so help me God, Monk.
I'll be fine.
Coming through the portal. As Hammerlane, after she punches you, she bends down, takes her shoes off, just starts dumping sand out, checking out the area. She's connected to the other wizard, who was clearly ahead of you, investigating, and he's whispering to Bennett, the leader of their group. You can pick up a little bit on that as Marion arrives.
Do I have to roll for Dex to come through the portal?
How hard did you drink last night, girl?
Unstereotypically of most barbarians, Marion enjoys the finer things in life, and she's had a couple glasses of Chardonnay, but nothing too rambunctious, I would say. But it's that may change as we're exposed to the desert heat.
Wow. Give us a roll.
And ladies and gentlemen, Bever Appley's at the table. That was a 1.
Was that a D4?
Oh, that was a D4. What was I supposed to roll?
Roll a D20.
I thought you said, okay.
No, yeah, we're gonna do dexterity check.
Oh, okay, sorry. And I get advantage because I'm okay.
There you go.
Oh, well, and 19. I'm not gonna do better than that. And that's a 6. Okay.
I mean, always re-roll just in case.
Yeah, always.
Okay, so what does it look like? Because you have an energy about yourself. and maybe a little bit of some newfound confidence.
Yeah. So Marion is she grew up in a little mountain small village near Kaiman, where Hammerlane's from, and she just always wanted to study magic, but was always kind of really bummed out that she didn't have any magical abilities of her own. That is until she uncovered her lineage, and she is part of a barbarian heritage that is quite powerful. So she can do magic, she just has to get really, really mad. Unfortunately, she had very well-adjusted parents and a very cushioned upbringing, so she,
Love that that's unfortunate.
I have a really hard time getting mad. I have all these healthy coping mechanisms, and she struggles with rage because she doesn't get mad about stuff, so...
What does make her mad?
Mouth breathing. Loud shoes.
Okay.
Cotton balls. Vince Vaughn.
Sure. Okay.
Who is Vince Vaughn?
It also says here,
A wizard.
Bad bard.
when it's... Oh, no, when bards scat.
Okay.
So I would love to talk to Hammerlane about magic and stuff, because she knows a fair bit. But who she would really like to talk to is actually Laryl, because she's such a legendary barbarian, and if anyone knows how to channel that rage, it's gonna be her. So I need some pointers now that she's sober, because I tried asking her last night, and she kind of just like clapped me on the shoulder so hard I almost hit the tavern floorboards.
And she looks over at you, really impressed with your entrance. Come through a lot of portals, eh?
That was actually my first one, but I mean, it wasn't a big deal. I got a strong constitution, so I don't get motion sick.
It's gonna be great. If it gets messy though, or do you, you're good with that kind of stuff too, right?
Well, like, I grew up chopping wood, so I'm like pretty handy with my axe, but actually I wanted to connect with you because I wanna, in a very healthy way, I have a hard time connecting to the the anger involved in what you and I are supposed to do. It's not a comfortable emotion for me. I try to not suppress it. I acknowledge it, and I speak to it, and I know it is the part of me that loves me the most, and I just have a healthy being.
She gets right up in your face and she sniffs you just real hard and long, and she just looks you dead in the eye. She's just like, your rage is righteous. Get mad and save people. Make a difference.
Difference, right? So what makes you angry? That's a dumb question. Everything makes you angry, doesn't it? You're so happy though. How can you be happy and mad at the same time?
Everything makes me mad.
No, but like in the heat of battle and stuff, like don't you ever just feel like bad?
Never.
All right, okay.
You're gonna get there, kid. And she's gonna slap you across the back as teleporting in the next member of your party.
Am I gonna...
Yeah, we'll do them all now. Chat, I see your redemptions. We're gonna get to those after player intros, and we'll talk a little bit about how it's gonna affect the story.
Nat 20.
Oh, shut up.
I am centered. Bro,
All right.
I feel the heat and I feel the sand. I feel the sun and the connectedness of all of it. And bring it into yourself. Connect. Let it flow from you, and the heat becomes less of an issue. I am a bit sad for the absence of plants, but we have some nearby. Wonderful. I am Jim, Jim Naite, and I am Peace, Love, and Plants. I grew up in a relatively well-to-do merchant family, and was, pretty on board with that kind of go-getting lifestyle until I visited a friend's cottage. And it changed me. I saw the world in a new way, and the peace of the cottage it calmed my spirit in a way that I'd never experienced. And I moved to the woods to commune with nature and be one with the trees, and eventually became a druid through those adventures. And now it's peace, it's love, it's plants. I really don't like to be violent or injure things, although I will protect myself and my group, but I'm more of a healer. I'm gonna go talk to Nina.
Nina Freely, also a druid.
Yes. Bro. Have you communed with the desert before? This is my first time in a desert, and I'm used to the trees. And
There's
forest.
still lots of life here.
I can feel that, but the trees are where I bond with, and there's so sparse.
That's nice about it, though. Sometimes it's, the space between the words that really tells the story. And she makes a little blossom, kind of like blows it out towards you.
Catch it, and just somehow sort of sink into a lotus pose in the sand, and just start breathing and meditating.
That was impressive.
It wasn't entirely on purpose.
I just get the sense, how do I know you're not wearing any shoes?
Yeah, I'm definitely wearing Birkenstocks.
It's better than barefoot.
Was that how druids flirt?
She's married to Shara.
Yeah, yeah.
So no, okay.
But,
I mean,
connect.
I did make, I'm specifically not going to talk to Laryl, because I did make a unsuccessful pass at her while we were drinking.
Can we cut back and reenact that?
Cool. I respect that. And, she's still she's something terrifying. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
You went
excited.
for it. She declined politely. And, you're good. You're cool. You're always cool.
Bro.
Only he gets to say it.
Okay, so as you sink into the lotus position, the last member of the party travels through the portal.
Nice.
Making your entrance.
That's just a dex check. 22. Just very cocksure, sort of walking through as if portal travel is something I do every day.
Roll deception.
Yeah, fair enough. 24.
Maybe it is.
Yeah, doesn't trip on the sand at all. Just kind of glides over it.
Nice.
There's a very peculiar choice in combo of hair and facial hair that comes through. A human who is wearing a very long jacket and is always looks a little sly and has a smirk at most times. But coming into the desert, even though coming through the portal like it's nothing, immediately starts to squint and is kind of hit by the heat and just overall overbearing temperature and feel of everything. And he is a rogue. Daggers hidden in places that you can't usually see, but he's rolling a coin over his fingers deftly, with a long bow strapped around his back and a rapier at his side. Oi, Bennett.
Kizian.
Last night was a lot of fun, but I don't really. It's a little hazy, and I don't remember mention of a desert. I think I'm a tad overdressed.
Want to change what you wear?
What have you got?
No, I mean, if I told you again this morning, desert, I feel like you're a man who wears that jacket.
Flicks the coin up, catches it.
You're a perceptive one. Right.
Do you remember anything else about what we're heading in here for?
No. Like I said, I was drinking a lot last night and I can't really remember much. I just know the chance to work with the Steel Wing is, see, I've got a philosophy in life and I believe that everybody has stuff that they either want or they need. And I like to position myself to be the one to provide it for them. So, getting into good graces of the Steel Wing seems like an excellent choice. So what are we doing?
We're gonna go inside the keep here, and we're gonna welcome in the raiders.
Raiders already?
Welcome in, Raiders!
The Lost Ark!
Turn invisible.
And before we head inside the keep, we have had
don't
a
turn invisible.
ton.
Say
You
your
don't. We've had a ton of redemptions to start off. So we're going to explain how this works today. We're going to have the shifting sands of fate, influenced by the choices you make, and I make, and you make. So our first redemption, we're actually going to pour some sand to represent how many of these we've got. So the first one came to me,
Of course. Chatham.
which will set the 3 inspiration dice in my favor. But we're going to redeem all of these now, and we'll settle it at the end.
Oh, okay.
So, one for me.
Ooh.
This
I mean,
is
cool,
the
but still-
fanciest shit I've seen at this table, and I've been here a while.
We'll resolve to settle all of this to see where fate favors us heading into the keep.
The sands of fate.
3 for you.
Ooh, thanks, Chad.
Oh. More sand!
More sand. Which will pull the dice to your side.
Woohoo! So those are inspiration.
Their inspiration, you can choose to use them as a group, or as an individual, you can steal them all
Oh,
if you act on your turn.
okay.
There were 2 more redemptions for me.
Oh, leveling the playing field. I see how it is.
So I'm going to take 2 of those dice back,
Oh, okay.
and I'll spend them as I see fit.
Oh, okay.
When I spend one, it'll send it back to your side. And so fate will continuously shift between us.
All right.
And when we spend one, it
Yeah.
goes to her side.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Risk and reward.
Yeah, that's great.
Cool.
Oh, one more to the DM.
Boo.
All right, and Sam's in chat today, and he'll help us out to make sure we're correct.
Why do I feel like at least one of these is from Omni's my...
Oh, one more for the players. Thank you, everybody, for all of these
you guys so
redemptions.
much.
right
We're
off
just
the
gonna be
bat.
here pouring sand on
Yeah.
This is
running
our
out of
game.
sand.
You thought this was going to be Dungeons and Dragons. Jokes on
But
you.
it's sand.
I'm realizing I forgot to say my name. Kizian Dayunadar.
Ooh.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. This is going to be awesome. Okay. Fate exists. Be careful if you spend them, they'll come to me, and I will use them. Same thing for myself, though. They'll go back to you guys, so we'll continue this well. Okay. We're going to head inside the Vitral Keep. Last bits of information relayed to you by Bennett as you approach on the way in. The young prince has become known as the Mad Prince, Farron Rao. You know that he was probably a young sorcerer, still a teenager, ill-equipped for whatever was left to him after his parents died of the plague, and seemingly the rest of the staff and guards and advisors abandoned him here. And he has been here for months and months on his own. Something terrible is happening. You notice when you head inside that Bennett looks at his team and they immediately know to peel off. And they leave the four of you with the two wizards, Hammerlane and Lazzarello.
Oh, where are they all going?
Should
You, if you're saying it loud enough for him to notice as he walks in,
Yeah.
they are going to go check out the rest of the building and the keep and other places throughout. They're looking for if there really is no one left.
Pardon, what is our role?
do you want us to be split up and do we go with them? Do you want us to check some rooms?
Stick with
Signs
the
of
wizards.
life? Stick with the wizards, got it.
Okay.
It's safest.
All right.
I'm okay with that.
Also, maybe you can relate a little bit to Farron, if you can find him.
Who's Farron?
The Mad Prince that we have come to figure. You know
Right,
what?
right.
Stick with the wizards,
Yes.
and then they peel off to go investigate.
Is this like a covert operation? Cause we are in my town where we're like premium yodelers, and I got a set of lungs on me like a bull. I could probably just call if we're like looking for him.
Let me know if you're gonna do that, and I'll stick to the shadows.
There's not a lot of shadows.
Oh, I'll find them.
It's just one guy, one kid. He's lost his parents. He's grieving. He'd probably be maybe glad that somebody's come to check on him.
I mean, they said sorcerer, so...
And they.
Bro,
Not all magic users.
he's called the Mad Prince.
That's what I wanted to clock. Yes.
That
Like crazy mad or like,
either way, we're gonna need to take a moment and come together and breathe and center ourselves before that energy overwhelms us.
Right, maybe you can connect with the prince and get in the center himself.
Can you like send out tendrils on your feet and like detect signs of life?
I'm so ready to talk to that little bro and bring him in and help him calm his mind.
We don't know anything about the prince other than what they told us. Is he old or young?
They told us he was a teenager.
Yeah, but like, is he like a teenager, like a human teenager, or an elf teenager? That could-
And like what?
There's a scale.
He's human.
Oh, okay.
How far into teenagehood? Because puberty does some weird shit to a young guy.
He could just be experiencing the throes of adolescence.
All the more reason for me to show him his place centered in the universe and work out those emotions. I remember the anger that I felt inside until the cottage. And we must all find our own cottage and we will show him this.
I wander off.
Yeah, I'll just start.
Bro,
Yeah,
where you going?
it's when you mention cottage, I'm like, I don't know.
This is a fancy place. I'm just gonna have a little bit of a boo around.
I'd like to roll perception to see what kind of room we're in.
You follow the wizards, who
we're not-
slightly herd you towards what is the main palace hall. It is
Perfect.
ornate, but empty.
Crap.
Sand throughout the room. You walk through what would have been a bustling, busy, beautiful place, but instead the furniture has spilled to the floor. It looks like pieces of it are broken, and there are small spots where maybe a fire was started, where someone might have tried to keep warm at night by themselves. There are strange marks across the wall where maybe someone had picked up a sword and played with it, or maybe they scratched into the stone wall some other way.
This is depressing, isn't it?
And the vibe of the space continues to cool the farther you walk towards what would be the throne room.
Oh, thank the gods.
This little bro is definitely gonna need some reorienting and meditation.
On this, I agree. The aura in this room is not helping his condition at all.
Everyone roll perception.
Sweet.
It's gonna happen.
Boo.
My passive perception is 25. Just
Oh, dang.
mind.
My passive 16, I rolled a
Ooh,
50.
17.
Good number.
14.
26.
Nice. Maybe 2 with the space.
Oh,
23?
I feel everything around.
It's just a big cottage.
Like the world is a big cottage, and that's. I'm amazed, bro. You've connected. The world is your cottage. Bring it in. Bring it in.
I'm gonna pick his pockets.
Nothing in my pocket.
Are you trying to do it so he doesn't notice?
No, I'm gonna make padding with both my hands, and I'm gonna cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
So with that, and it's invisible as an arcane trickster.
And
So it's just searching for stuff.
That's brilliant.
Jim, would you be trying to pay attention, or even if you felt it, would you?
Thought he was
I
grabbing
mean,
some.
I'd definitely be aware of it, but like, you know, I get it. He's a rogue. Rogues have to do what rogues do.
And what is ownership?
Indeed.
What would he find in your pockets?
He said nothing.
Yeah,
Go
not much.
ahead.
I do have a pouch with a couple gold.
So the hand, while we're still hugging, and I'm gonna hold it a little longer and really like, yeah, get it, that's nice.
Right.
And then the hand
You're
comes
a good hugger, bro.
Oh, I'll practice. And the hand comes up out of the pouch and it just holds up the couple of gold, and I go, and it puts it back.
And that is the price of friendship, 2 gold, I guess.
It's just,
Oh my goodness. Okay. Perceptively, you would both probably notice a bit of this exchange. You would actually pick up probably on the gold pieces as well. You can see him doing this.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in the Zen stuff because I'm like, nope, I gotta find stuff that makes me mad, not relaxed, and like, yeah. So I just want to look around for anything like cool or anything that like a book or a notepad that anybody's written on. Marion the Antiquarian Barbarian here, so I'm gonna go full.
Marion,
to-
the antiquarian barbarian?
Marion the Antiquarian Barbarian.
Bro.
That's why I got the
You know,
glasses.
centering yourself isn't just about finding calm. It's about finding what's inside you
But
and
what
connecting to it. And that's your rage is there,
Finding your truth.
but it's missing.
Huh?
It's deep down and centering. Fully aware of all of your feelings
well, and like
will allow you.
I feel my
embrace.
feelings. I just like my coping mechanisms are really, in there, and in everything I've studied, it's being uncentered that causes fear, that causes rage. And if we're getting on the Zen rug here, like a lot of the things that I think about to make me mad are also the things that make me scared. So maybe if I get scared enough. And this is like a good step in this direction. This room has what's the druidic term for it? Bad vibes.
Does have super bad vibes.
And the higher perception rolls, the bad vibes over 20 here as you enter the room. There's a darkness to the shadows of this space
Sweet.
that isn't normal. Where there should be light cascading through the windows of the Vitral Keep. The stained glass across the throne room's windows. It doesn't spill the colored light that it should. Light hits this space and dies. There are a few torches flickering in spaces of the room. It should be lighter in here than it is. It's cold. And when a big swirl of the air enters the room as you all approach, the two wizards with you, you pick up from them an unease that you would not have experienced in the entire time that you went on an adventure with them, fighting, in combat, drinking together, getting to know them. Something is unusual.
Can I lean in towards Hammerlane and just kind of... What is it exactly that we should be helping you guys look for? And do we have to be quiet? Like, is this a stealth hop?
She looks over at you. I don't know. I mean, let's just call it Farron!
That was my idea.
Farron! Get your ass out here!
I'm gonna hide in the shadows.
Roll some stealth.
Cool.
And I need...
Nat 20.
Whoa!
Plus 10, 30.
He gone.
Bad brother gone.
And Lazzarello as well enters the room.
Hammerlane shouts, and then I was not there anymore.
And then you're not there. We have a couple more redemptions to resolve.
Oh, damn.
So, we haven't spent any of these yet. But I will! Okay, there's another one for the players,
Yay.
That's good.
which would push this over here. Oh, okay. And the players.
That's good.
That is good.
Are we out of sand?
More sand! But then there's redemptions for the DM.
Oh, man.
That's bad.
That's bad.
How many times can they do this?
Yeah. There's only so much sand.
There's only so much sand.
Yeah.
We'll still have the fate transition back and forth as we spend them ourselves, though, right?
Just less presentation.
Yeah.
Guys, you gotta space out your stuff here, or you're not gonna be able to make things go badly for us.
But thank you.
Or good.
Yeah.
Balance is key.
I mean, yeah, like,
Right now, they're less interested in us and just fighting it out.
yeah.
Go nuts!
Redemption tug of
So I need to make a roll. Oh, and I will
Oh, thank you.
re-roll.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Hammerlane yells out. You hide. Which part of the room do you want to go towards?
Since I'm on this side, I can't really see what's over here, but
There's a bookcase
Yeah.
and a table.
can I get on the other side of the table?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good
And somewhere where there's shadow. I mean, you said there were shadows, so.
Sure. Okay. It's intensely shadowy. It's that unusual differentness to it.
Being shadow touched, I don't fear it.
Roll Arcana.
Okay. But maybe I should.
Yeah, I was gonna say. The shadows are
I ain't afraid of no
But I don't know
shadow.
that.
Oh no.
That's a 6.
Okay. It's weird.
Let's see.
Vibes are weird.
I'm just gonna kind of, hey, and out of my pocket there's a spider that crawls up under my shoulder, and I go, getting weird vibes. Yeah, me too.
wild.
Y'all would know what this is, so explain your familiar.
So that is a familiar. That is a unusual breed of. It's not a. You wouldn't see it anywhere else, but it is in the form of a spider, as I have previously, and until he gets either dismissed by me or destroyed. That is my little spider familiar. His name is Skulker. Cool. He's like a non-hairy, almost tarantula-sized.
Okay.
Skulky boy. Females are bigger.
He doesn't need to be that big. Yeah, he's more of a spy than he is a attack spider.
I mean, at a certain point, spiders start standing out.
Spider. It's a spider. Barbarian joke. Oh. No, but seriously.
Doesn't hang out in libraries
write
for
down
nothing.
No! Puns are great.
They don't
Start
make
your own list.
Okay. You're well hidden.
Cool. I'm just gonna have my bow at the ready and just knock an arrow and just watch what everyone else does.
Okay. The other element that hits you when you're looking out the windows where there should be the light, you notice that outside the Vitral Keep, there is what should have been a beautiful rock garden. There are elements that would have been traced. Jim would for sure be able to see that this used to be a space where people communed with nature. And instead you see large mounds in the sand. And while you're looking out across the sand, Hammerling kind of gets up next to you and she's like, "It's weird."
It's very unsettling. Just doesn't feel right here. This is supposed to be a place of calm and communion. This is not.
Right.
I want to go over and check out what those lumps are.
You can't, that's way outside. You'd have to go
Oh,
outside
okay.
of the keep.
Cool.
You can see them out the window. They're out in what used to be.
Do they look like bodies that are buried?
They're way bigger than that. But it does have that vibe to you. Like with that roll, you're getting a vibe of like, I mean, maybe, is it possible that, did he murder all the staff that's not here? Or all those guards and pile them in big graves and bury them out there? But that wasn't what you understood might have happened. You felt like you had the vibe that he was abandoned by everyone and left here on his own. And in the throne room, there are the 2 chairs at the end where his parents would have sit.
Hammerling, like, just comments from I know I don't want to like interfere with the Steel Wing like workflow synergy or anything, but does anyone want to maybe test what kind of magic we're dealing with here? Detect magic, or see what kind of vibes we're dealing with here? I'd do it, but I can't.
I know. We talked about it a lot last night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit of a wound.
Yeah, I know. You know what? You just gotta be your own magic. You know? Be a...
Bro, that is brilliant. Be your own magic.
There is a magical energy that suffuses all of us, and with enough time and practice, you could learn to tap into it. Or you could just get mad.
I'm so shocked that this isn't making me angry.
Harleen, she's like looking at stuff with you. She's like, we could, come over here, kid. And she gets over to a bookshelf over here, and she drags you over to it, and she's like, push it over. Just give it a smash.
I start taking the books out of it before.
The organizational aura of this room is already quite chaotic. I can't recommend you do that.
It's like
Harleen picks up one of the books that Marion was putting on the floor, and she just tosses it at you. So if you're gonna dodge it, you can.
I'm going to for sure catch it.
Roll to...
You're gonna push it over? Roll a strength check.
Okay.
Did you really take all the books off?
Well, like
As many as you, okay.
well, like the good ones, I don't...
Okay.
Oh, these dice are hard to read. That's 25. Sorry.
He's like, yeah. Feels good, right?
Well, no, I feel like I'm adding to the chaos in the room, which can't be a good thing.
Hey, you know about, hey, Lazzarello. And Lazzarello, the other wizard, kind of turns around. Yeah? He's a real, like, weird professor vibes, and looks a little like, you know that he's older than he is. He's human, but he looks like he's in his 50s, but someone told you last night that he's like 70 something for sure at least. And and he's kind of got like this kind of quirky kind of weird vibe, and he turns around and says, she says, what were his parents' names? Rao. Farron, and then Lazzarelli goes up, Tazar, and Sabine. The sorcerer is here.
What's the name of the book that Hammerlane just threw at me?
Are you reading it because you've got it in your hand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lusty Aragonian maid.
Oh. I put it down. I don't. Sneak.
Have you read that one?
No.
Okay.
Roll deception.
I have to. You know the answer.
She wrote it.
Yeah. It's her fan fiction.
Okay. So they recall the names of Farron's parents. And at the recollection of their names and the confusion, you hear a whisper in the room. And it seems to come from all places there are shadows along the walls. And whenever you start to hear this whisper, you feel cold. So especially for you, where you're hidden in the darkness, chills run through you.
Ooh.
And you hear, don't speak about them like that.
Does everyone hear that, or mostly me?
You hear it the loudest, but you all pick up on the whispers. Some of you hear the full sentence. If you start to listen in, you hear a little bit more of the conversation that is being attempted with you.
Are you talking about Tazar and Sabine?
So now we know how to. Oh, just like it was like so close to Hammerlane. So now we know how to lure him out, right? It's like a good plan.
She pushes you farther away from her. Just like,
I'm like scared, so I like try to stay
how
close.
tall are you?
How tall am I? Probably not much taller than I am. Probably like 5'6".
But still much taller than her. So she's still like,
Right, dwarf.
So she kind of pushes you away. She's like, there's a bubble now. There's a bubble, and you're gonna stay out of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I missed Hammerlane.
Yeah. Okay. So Farron, you're in the room, but you gotta come out. You gotta talk to us. What's going on here? Everyone's dead. And you hear a little bit of this whisper again from the shadows. They didn't all die. I mean, the plague came through, and my parents died, and a bunch of other people got sick too, but then everyone else just left me.
Oi, kid, well, we're here now. Come on out.
She says I shouldn't.
Who's she?
This palace, yes? Is it or its location storied? Like, is there like a distinct history behind it?
Roll history.
We all
You-
we
you
would have
can-
had to have recognized it, right? Because we didn't exactly.
Yeah,
know
I
where we were
mean,
going.
also figuring out where you're from, if you're from Boscolonia or near there, or you've traveled through there,
I'm a wanderer, so that's
you would be more familiar with it. You'd hear stories about the...
How'd you do?
I rolled a nat one.
Okay, I'll go ahead and roll history.
Happiest place
I have
on
a
earth. I've been here
+3.
before.
Do you want to spend something?
Did you roll a nat one?
No,
Oh, okay.
got 21.
Oh, 21.
I read books.
No. Okay.
Travel in my mind. Sorry.
Okay, you do not recall.
Okay.
And not only do you not recall, but you're you're very confused about the general landscape of Boscolonia itself now. There's a desert in this, like, there's mountains, and then how does that all work?
So it's like am I confusing it with like somewhere else? Is it like a Greenland, Iceland type vibe? Or it's like, I thought this place had like a swamp in it. That's weird. Where are we?
But what you do, you've read a lot. So you kind of jump in to help out. And what you can recall about the Rao province and these sorcerers, that they used chaos crystals and they studied the magic of chaos itself. And the type of sorcerers that they were was about harnessing that magic. And they would have taught that to their son.
Okay, so like, according to my research, guys, so it's all kind of coming back to me. Hammerlane, I relay that information that you just told me that I don't remember, because
Chaos crystals.
yeah, chaos crystals. They got him. Would have trained him up on the little one. Now you know.
Is there any response when asking the kid to come out? I'm just talking into the shadow as if it's a person. I think he's right beside me.
Well, if we find like enough of the chaos crystals like around the palace and we smash him, maybe he'll lose his power. He'll come on out and we can start rehabilitating him.
Little bro, there's nothing to fear. Like, you can come out and we'll talk. This place, it has bad vibes, and we need to get those back in order and get your vibes in order.
Yeah, we're here to help.
There's nothing we want more than to help.
No one helped me. You hear that right behind your shoulder, and you hear a skidding across the floor behind you.
But I see nothing?
Well,
Can I dive towards it and try to like...
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, dive. Lazzarello notices what is happening over here, and
Yeah.
he seems to be doing some sort of magic. You just see his hands move as you turn, and
What do I need to do to try to like
So attempt
echolocate
to-
and...
echolocate.
Yeah.
And you want to attempt to
bow
grapple.
Yeah.
Okay, make a dexterity check for me, and we'll roll that way, because I have to do...
Straight dex or acro or anything? Just dex?
Roll dex.
Okay, that is a 19.
Okay. Because... Okay. You just catch the edge of a small hand.
You.
I'm just gonna hold and go, "Oi, kid, we're not gonna hurt you. We're not gonna hurt you. Can you make yourself visible?"
Why?
We came to help. We literally came here to help you and figure out, I think, what's going on. I'm not actually too sure on why I'm here, but I promise I won't hurt you.
Everyone left.
Right, but we're here now.
You pull Farron into the room from the shadows itself.
Whoa. Oh, I've got him.
Next to you, behind the table. He's 15, small for his age. He's got a really terrible haircut. He cut his hair himself, probably for a long time. His clothes are worn.
Self-deprecating your bang beard combo.
His hands are a mess. He's been clawing at the walls. He's got what looks like pieces of his father's clothing strewn across his shoulders, as though he's tried to turn it into elements of a cape or something else. Nothing fits him. And there's definitely old flowers tied across a belt. Something that might have been a memory of someone else.
Does he look malnourished?
Yes.
I'm just gonna, like gonna step between where he came from, and I'm gonna release his hand and just, have you eaten anything in forever? I'm just gonna offer up some rations.
I'll put my
jerky.
fur on him.
Do you want to pull him to the room with everyone else?
Yeah, I kind of like, after I pull him through, I'm just gonna do a little do-si-do and put him where I was, and so he's toward everyone, and I'm back to where I pulled him from.
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
There you are.
Hey,
It's okay.
if I may, I can do a health check on the young man.
I think that's a good
I
idea.
think you should ask him if it's okay first.
Yes. Is it okay if I medically assist you, young man?
He's a good guy.
Okay, good.
He doesn't talk, and he
I'm gonna nudge him forward.
doesn't take what you've given him as food.
Does he take my stoat?
I'm not cold. The hand that you touched is icy.
It's here if you need it. Soft.
I'm gonna look over at Lazzarello and just be like,
I draw my...
Lazzarello will head, and they are Hammerlane and Lazzarello confer.
I draw my healer's kit and approach him.
Me as well.
Say, okay. Can I do like a general medicine check on him? Okay. 18.
Okay. Pallid, starved, and feral. Although the demeanor is meek at the moment, there is a unnatural strength despite his lack of muscle and sickness.
Right. So I say, would it be safe to say that he should be in worse condition, given his condition right now? I say, young man, do you feel hungry at all?
Not for food.
I'm gonna pull a dagger out and cast light on it to see if I can get the shadows within 20 feet of me to disperse.
Okay.
What have you been eating to stave off starvation here? What are you hungry for?
Pulls out the remains of some like tarantula spider legs.
Oh. Well, I mean, not the best source of
Yeah.
protein, but come.
It's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not the worst, but come, we have better food for you here now.
Guys, I think we should get him out of the room and maybe out of the building. Can I roll for
I don't
persuasion for him to just like bundle him and then...
don't want to move him until we ensure that he is in good physical condition. The desert heat might not do well for him.
Well, the desert heat is probably a lot less or more benign than whatever the fuck is going on in this room.
Did the shadows disappear?
Lazzarello makes eye contact with you when you turn around, and he's like,
Get away from the walls.
Can I bundle the child?
I'm gonna move away from the walls.
Do I roll to bundle the child?
he will let you come approach him.
Okay.
And
I'm just trying to
you
be
wanna
as
move away from the
soothing as
wall?
I can.
Yes, I'm gonna, he's in good hands, so I'm gonna head towards the extremely powerful wizards.
They are backing up.
Look, got him in my arms.
Okay,
In my
go
coat?
back to Knocked Arrow, and I'm at the ready. But I'm gonna stay between them and the walls as well.
I make contact eye contact with him.
Okay, he's in Marion's arms. He doesn't warm up.
Okay. I'll just try to.
Dude,
I'm not a baby.
I know you're not a baby. I'm just really big and strong.
bro. And with that, I cast Healing Word.
Okay.
His Healing Word is bro.
Welcome in, Raiders. His healing word is bro.
The word is bro.
His vocal component to like every spell is bro, but in a different tone.
Oh, yes!
Okay,
Bro
you have
can
to tell
mean
us
a
the
million-
A
tone
lot of
now.
things, yeah.
Yeah, I just made that up right this second. But I'm committing.
Oh my god.
Okay, so the healing word bro sounds like
Very compassionate, bro.
Thank you, I felt that. I'm not even the one you're casting the spell on.
I've rolled 4, so that's 9.
Nice.
he does not regain any hit points.
Guys, we gotta get him out of here.
Okay, then. Come now, little prince. Let's get you out of here, and some sun will help your palate complexion. And
I don't want to go.
I know, but it is for your health and well-being.
When you
I'm
come,
fine.
no, when you come back, we're just gonna take you out. We're gonna clean up this mess.
We won't
get
go
everything
far.
sorted.
We'll just be right outside.
And when we bring you back, it'll be.
Might have to break a promise.
You stop that.
She's not going to be happy that you're here.
That's okay.
Who?
Lazzarello looks at you as you say who across the room at Farron, and he's like, okay.
Care to catch us up to speed? What have you not told us?
Everyone roll history, because Lazzarello is about to tell you a bit about the story of Favaris.
Ugh.
16.
13.
8.
9.
Okay. Hammerlane is already casting magic. There are protection spells going up. She is very busy. And Lazzarello begins to tell you about the fallen paladin. He knows a lot about her history because he studied the followers of the god Denishan and the history that caused her to become cursed in the first place. And she has a cyclical curse where she is existing in the shadow realm where she's been sent and then will rise to attempt to break back into our world, but is destined to forever be defeated by heroes. It's usually a great story. Sometimes there's a cost, and Lazzarello is telling you that it's dangerous, but it's been a very long time since anyone's seen her or heard of her attempting again to rise in our realm as the goddess of vengeance itself.
So we're about due. I use an action and turn invisible.
What exactly does this have to do with our little princeling here? Like, how are the two? Well, I mean, obviously she's here, but like, why this family? Why here? Why now? How can we help this kid?
Lazzarello goes, oh!
You go, well, okay, but you guys are like over there casting spells and stuff, and
Yeah,
like, we're
you guys are-
actually, but
He's like, you're doing great, you stay over there.
what do I
And then
do?
him and Hammerlane keep doing spell stuff, but they're like,
Could I roll a religion check to infer how this child might be connected to her in which way? Like, is she using him as a gateway or it? Like,
yes, and I think you're gonna roll religion. Roll insight as you're holding on to him.
Well, that's happening. Is that a pile of gold?
I'm surprised you didn't go straight forward.
I really noticed it till now.
There is a pile of treasures that mean nothing to him now.
I'm invisible. I'm gonna go stuff my pockets.
Roz, it hit the rim on my dice tray and then landed as a botch. Does it still count?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
yeah.
That's the power of the dice tray.
Holding the thing and now I'm rolling a 1.
You can use a thing.
Not this early, guys. We gotta save that. It's fine.
They go
What's
back and forth.
what's he gonna do?
Back and forth.
What's this little?
Do it. Make chat feel better about giving us all that advantage.
They gotta get used.
Yeah, all right. Only because I'm holding a time bomb, but there.
I'm gonna say this is a really good use of this.
Okay, do it.
No pressure.
What are you talking about? I'm in the perfect tactical position. You get him in the coat, smack it with a hammer.
Can I see what you're...
Nat 20.
No!
Collins.
1 to a 20.
That felt good. It felt good. I didn't even
The
roll.
world. Center yourself.
So centered, baby. Wait, no, I gotta not center.
You have to center to connect and bring out your deepest emotions and embrace your rage.
Not gonna say it, but she's really hungry.
Okay. For food?
For spider legs, I rolled
Yeah, you want a couple loose spider legs?
No, not in the slightest.
19 on my religion check.
There are lots of acolytes of Neneshan, and there is a temple of Neneshan across the desert here, in the same province. The land is full of stories of the god of courage.
Oh, Neneshan! That's where we are. I'm sorry.
And you recall a lot of stories of this, but you can't pick up on exactly a historical reference to something that would be immediately relevant. You know that Faevaris, as Lazzarello has talked about, is connected to the god of courage. But some of those stories have been lost to time to anyone who didn't study it as specifically as he did. If you're talking to him about Neneshan, he relays to you, she used to be a paladin of courage. And then I don't know what happened. I mean, then she ends up Shadow Realm, Chris looked like a spider, gets all creepy, shadow stuff, real dangerous, and then comes back in every 100 years? But it's been 300 years.
No.
Attempting to be a goddess of vengeance.
I'm just gonna put a finger over my arrow and still hold it in place, knocked, and just be stuffing. Is there any, like, aside from gold, is there anything that looks particularly like a rare gemstone, diamonds, things that are worth a lot of gold?
There's a bunch of what would have been circlets his mother might have worn, covered in gems. There are some extremely ornate jewelry that would be long necklaces they probably wore to ceremonies.
How much can I yoink?
That better not be artifacts. Antiquarians go
You
rage.
don't see this.
What are you talking
He's
about?
invisible.
You're
invisible.
invisible as fuck. I don't see shit.
Also, you're quite
Anyone?
preoccupied with what's currently in your arms.
As I pick it
Yeah.
up, it also turns invisible.
Shrinking.
And so you rolled for
I think you said insight.
Yeah.
and a nat 20, right?
On the, yeah.
Okay. You look at James, Jim, my apologies, who's been giving you some centering energy. And sometimes there's something about the way Farron moves, this young prince. You feel as though he didn't move, and a hand stroked across your arm. You feel the touch of many hands, even though he doesn't move.
Ectogamy.
You feel a whisper of wind as though it's from within him. And then there's some darkness that seems to spill out of his mouth. But he sucks it back in and eats a couple more spider legs.
I'm just gonna take the spider leg. He's 15. I don't know why I'm holding him. I'm just like take that. No, we're gonna just, and then I'm just gonna cover his little face with this, and I'm gonna take him outside.
Don't look at me. You didn't see me.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm looking at the corner because I've made up my mind. But
Just make sure that you keep him out of the direct sun. He's really pale, and we don't want him to get a sunburn.
I agree.
We have literally two of the most powerful wizards.
And you look back at them and they're like,
Well, you guys you guys literally control the elements. Like, we can, god damn it, and I'll just drag the kid out.
No, we can't change nature. That would upset the balance of everything and just make everything worse.
Oh my god, you're doing it. Keep talking. No, not yet. Wait till we're in combat. Over the door.
she whispers to you.
She?
Oh no.
And it's impossible to move, Farron. Roll strength.
Wow, so you don't mind if I do. Yeah. No, it's not that bad, don't worry. Just used to making that face. 16.
That's just my face.
I just cringe all the time.
That's 19.
Yeah, it's impossible to move him. And then he looks up at you, even though you've tried to like cover his face with your fur pelt, and he's like, says no.
Okay, buddy, okay. And I'll just lay him down and try to cover him.
And then Lazzarello looks across at you.
Why am I
And
the
he
one trying
says,
to do anything?
I mean, I tried to heal him and just nothing happened.
It's like, you guys are the experts here. Like, we're like kind of under your supervision here, guys. Like, you brought us here for a reason. Are we fodder? We're fodder, aren't we?
Lazzarello casts message over to you because he doesn't want to get closer. And so you can hear him just being like, ooh, he's supposed to be a sorcerer, so kind of weird. Pretty sure these abilities. Hey, Farron, is that one with shadows? Is that? Oh. And so you hear Lazzarello be like, I'm pretty sure I only see warlocks do that. Interesting.
Is he responding, or do I cover his face?
Cover his face.
I have heard of monastic orders that also dabble in shadow arts in this way, but not quite so potent.
And Farron's voice comes through with no hint of the other woman's voice. And he tells you more about how being stuck here without his parents left him isolated and alone. And he looks up at you. I was the only one there when my mother died. Father was already gone. And then everyone turned to me and said, what do we do? And I couldn't lead them anymore. I couldn't be the one to say what we should do. I couldn't be that person. Everyone looked at me and blamed me because parents brought the plague here, and then a bunch of people died, and there was death everywhere. And then the shadows talked to me. And the shadows told me it was all gonna be okay. And I wouldn't have to be alone. And I wouldn't have to lead because she would. She would lead everyone.
Okay.
Now there's nobody left to lead.
Young man. I would like to perform a temporary anesthetization on you.
I don't know what that word means.
Okay, I just need you to say yes.
I don't ever sleep.
Oh no, you won't sleep. It will help you.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna use subdual damage attack. And what this is, it's not a harming attack. It's not like a punch or a strike. It's just like placement of my finger and thumb on key pressure points, and as I touch, I push in. So there might be like a pinch.
You know, Xeno Warrior Princess's ass.
Right? So I do need to roll an attack. It is for subdual.
Okay.
How much stuff was I able to? Like a lot?
A lot.
Pockets are full? Okay.
Yeah, your pockets are full.
I'm gonna head back toward the
And you have a good concept of what's the best weight value combination.
Yeah. I'm gonna head back toward the wizards. Stay all invisible.
I rolled a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. I'm not gonna roll damage on it because that's not my intention. I would like to spend a key point and use stunning strike on him.
You can tell that what Hammerlane's been doing has also been messaging the rest of the group.
Nice.
And the rest of the Steel Wing comes back after scouting through everything.
Did they just like apparate?
They're gonna run in through other back rooms.
Just need him to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Do I need to roll anything since I'm holding him?
No, I'm applying pressure
spend-
on him.
Oh!
15.
Okay. Then I see that he's still standing. I am going to make another pressure point attempt again.
He turns and looks dead at you. But the way he moves now, things click as he turns his head slowly.
I gag a little and drop him.
I ready an attack.
Okay, here we go.
Lining up a shot in this kid's mouth.
Does 9 hit?
No.
Okay.
You can use a die. We've got 2 of them.
I'll use a die, please.
Exorcism is not gonna.
Does 11 hit?
Yes.
Okay. I will spend another key point to turn that into a stunning
Very
strike.
little protection from his dead father's robes.
Yes. I mean, you didn't have to say it like that, though, but yes.
Oh, were you rolling an advantage? Because are you still holding him? Is he technically grappled?
That was my plan.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh.
Get him in the
So-
coat, smack him with the
Well,
hammer.
you dropped
borrow
him
that?
now.
Yeah.
First one is a hit, so.
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so that's fine.
Yeah.
Yes, so please make another con save. You have to beat 14.
Yep. 16.
Okay. Something's wrong. This isn't working.
I'm gonna, now that the other Steel Wing's here, still invisible, I'm gonna head towards Bennett and just say, whispering,
Did you say that we had to rescue this kid?
I mean, I'd like to if we can, right?
What are you going to do? Because it looks like we can't do much.
And from Farron's mouth, deep, resonating voice. And he starts to be dragged towards the center of the room. Do you try to hang on to him?
Oh yeah.
And you feel something else pulling from his arm socket. And it seems to just disconnect.
Oh, that's
As you pull and something else pulls him towards the center of the room.
Okay, I'll try to grab his trunk. Oh, it's gonna pull the kid in half.
And as you pull, the more you pull, suddenly from his mouth as the jaw drops open wider than it possibly should. Spiders start to spill out of his mouth, and
Let go.
dark energy roils out. Shadows spill out from his mouth, and you just hear Hammerlane from across the room yell out, "Run!" And that's where we're gonna take our break today, everybody. And we will be back in a few minutes. Please stick around during our break. We're going to play our Monster Talks episodes about gnolls that we talked about earlier, and oozes, and all sorts of other fun things that we'll talk about during the break. Some promos, we love it. And we'll see you back here soon. Join us, because after the break, we will be 1,000 years in the past to find out more about Faevaris. Woo! We'll see you soon. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Altero, where we have traveled back to the past. And some of these elements are brought to us by our amazing team. I'm gonna say lots of thank yous at the end, but one of the ones I want to bring out right now, our live DJ today, Born and Crazed.
Hey!
He's gonna paint us a beautiful sound picture as we travel back in time. The story of another episode of Faevaris and legendary heroes 1,000 years ago who were approaching the Kel Desert and the Temple of Neneshan, knowing that you were walking into another of the cyclical emergence of the fallen paladin, the Oathbreaker, and another of these thin threads where she attempts to weave her way back into the story of our world. But she won't this time because you're here. You are the most powerful heroes of the age. And we're going to meet you all as you approach. This temple, the acolytes here of Neneshan have been corrupted, and they have brought forth terrors. But that doesn't scare you. And as spiders have spilled out across the sands, you arrive, fighting your way through them. Tell us who you are. Alan.
I am known in this world as the Master. In other worlds, I have many other names. The ghost-faced Slayer. He who must not be known. You can call me 17.
Roll initiative. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh.
You'll each have an action to attempt to attack these spiders, the shadow spiders, and then we'll finish combat in the initiative order. But you each get an attack now as 17 arrives.
My initiative was not great, but I rolled a 9.
Awesome.
So
And your first attack here.
my first attack is just going to be. I am going to draw out a chain-like object, a bladed basket at the end of a length of chain, and I'm going to spin it around my head twice, and as it comes in front of me, I'm just going to kick it out and lodge it into this creature.
Attack.
Yeah, good number.
Oh. Okay, and explain the difference here. When 17 rolls a 17, what happens?
It's a critical.
Yes. Okay.
So that is 27 total. That is going to be.
What happens on a 20?
It's just.
Regular attack.
Yeah.
It's still good usually.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
For 14 points of slashing.
Okay. What does it look like? Spider's still up. Don't get too excited.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
going to be gravely wounded.
It just like spins around my head, and then like as it launches out, it makes a weird sound as it whirls through the air, almost like a 1970s like stereoscope sound effect, and Jen just slashes up the center of this spider.
As it makes a terrible cry, taking all of this damage.
Is this like an attack round?
You get a free one to start with.
Okay, cool. Then that is my the chain, and I catch it back again.
It whips back towards you as you catch it next to you, the barbarian.
This is Barbara, the barbarian. Path of the Zealot barbarian. She was touched by the Altero gods of death. And yeah, she mad. She's raging. And she just takes such joy in the fight. She knows that these are foes to be vanquished, but in her interactions with her party members and in the world at large, she knows that her greatest weapon is kindness, and that her fiercest weapon is compassion. But these little guys are too far gone, it's a damn shame. So her legendary axe, Gorham, has a chain on it, and she's gonna throw him, and there's the part of him, the top part, and then there's a chain attached that will pull her foe towards her. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll to do that.
As you approach through the desert.
Jangle, jangle.
I'm never gonna get tired.
It's a 19. Wait, plus 17.
Nope. But
Yes.
with the
Yeah.
17, it's a hit.
Okay.
So it smashes into the spider,
36.
and then you pull it towards you. And it crashes into you.
Here, boy. And then I get 2 attacks, right? I'm second guessing myself all over the place.
Okay, attack. We're doing your opening combat maneuver.
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 That's
Maneuver.
a
I
great
like
new
that.
word.
Do it.
No.
Is my,
accept
like-
it. That's great.
Suddenly Matthew McConaughey accent coming out across on you. I'm gonna grab his little pedipalps and just rip our little friend in half here.
Attack.
It's at 11. Plus 17.
Would this be just
Oh no, it's my strength. Yeah.
so 20, not that?
Yeah.
Hit. Roll damage.
For unarmed.
Whatever the damage attack for this strike you do.
All right. Not 20.
No, you're damaged now, right? You,
Oh, sorry,
The
yeah.
attack hits for sure.
Yeah.
I could roll
Sorry.
with a D20.
What? Yeah, I know. I wasted
Yeah,
that
right.
20. All right, so that is a. Oh, it's just a straight.
It's in the sand now.
Yeah. Straight 10
Nice.
for unarmed.
Oh yeah, it's just 10. Same here. That's dope.
Okay.
Let's roll it.
And you tear parts of the face of this spider off as you step forward and to the sands outside of the Temple of Nedashan. Bits of this spider ichor cascade across the sand at the feet of another of your companions.
Oh, I did that wrong. Okay. I am changeling, 10 soon, and I travel with them They know me as Tensoon. It is my original name. And more or less nobody else would know who I am because I can change my face at a whim. And although when I'm with the group, this is how I speak, the face that I present to the world outside of the group is Soph. And Soph speaks a little more like this. He's very noble in appearance from years spent in the high courts around the world. And he's going to attack with his rapier. Move in and attack. That is a 24.
Hit.
And I would like to use my bonus action. So I would like to have used it first. For insightful fighting, where I can make an insight check against a creature that is incapacitated, contested by a deception check. And if I succeed, then I don't need advantage to get a sneak attack on it.
Sick. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Whew. 15.
Well, I will thank chat.
Oh,
And I will take some shadow energy. And I will spend this, which returns it to you, and reroll. 16.
Awesome. I'm going to spend one of mine to reroll.
yeah, do it. Inspiration fight.
Yes.
Battle of Fate.
That'd be a dirty 20
Nice.
for the insight.
Okay. What's the outcome of this?
Well, the outcome is that I get to use my sneak attack on that attack. So, with my defender rapier, I get 1d8 plus 8. All right, that's not right. So we got 11, 3 plus 8, 11, and then 8d6s for my sneak attack.
That's a lot of D6s.
Ooh, not great. 22. That would be 35 piercing damage.
What's the last thing the spider sees before it dies?
Oh.
One shot.
Hell yeah.
Does this blow your hood off? Because chat loves your beard.
In the wind, swing forward and just drive the rapier straight through its middle of its eyes.
Amazing. You drop the spider.
Yeah. Classic.
It makes a horrible scream at the end of its existence that echoes through your ears as next to the rogue.
Glinting in the sunlight, clad in silver plate mail, just running up, shield first, sword, long sword at the ready. Running up and then swiping at it with the long sword is a chrome-domed, long-bearded paladin who is, blazoning in silver armor with a blue and red flapping cape off one shoulder that just displays their speed as they come flying in. And he strikes for the glory of Neneshan. And that is a 35 to hit.
Hit.
All right. Oop, there it is. Too many dice.
No such thing.
Is this a fiend?
I don't think so. Let me double check.
Okay.
Keep going on your work.
Okay. Well, if it's a fiend, then
It is a monstrosity.
It is a monstrosity. Okay, so no. All right. Then I do 15 damage with my first attack, and I shall swipe again. Ooh. Well, 21. Second attack. Nice. That is a 16.
Okay. What was your total damage?
What did I say for the first one? Like I said, 15? 15 and 16. 31.
Okay. It cries at your feet, barely alive. A little bit of air escapes through the pieces of its mouth that can still move, following your attack. Initiative order rolls for everyone else.
15.
Rolander.
Oh yeah, I'm Rolander. I keep forgetting to introduce the names of my character. I'm Rolander,
Saw.
the Fist of Nedishan.
18.
Barbara.
19.
You're on deck, Barbara.
All right, here comes another wackadoo.
Oh, 17?
Oh, I rolled already.
9.
Oh.
So I'll roll to hit him with Garm. Sorry, these dice are very dark. My glasses are with my other character.
Does your character have dark vision?
You piece of shit.
Yeah.
12 plus 17, so that's 29. Yeah. All right.
Roll damage.
Rolling for damage. 1d8 plus 1.
That's 17. A desiccated undead elf. An ear just falls.
In this world, he is a leper.
No, he's just come back to life a lot. That's 17 damage.
Okay.
Sorry. You said my name.
No, it's for damage.
Oh.
You destroy this spider.
All right. Just cut him right in half and walk down the little aisle that I've created for myself.
You clear a path for Barbara. Are you going to stop to help, or are you going to continue in to the temple?
I'll take a look over at 17. I'll just kind of cross my arms and, I'm here if he wants to tag me in.
Soft.
Quite confident in everybody else's abilities, so I'm going to approach the entrance to the temple and investigate, or perception, or perhaps both, whilst they do their thing.
Roll perception.
Natural 1.
Oh. Sand in your
While you're rolling perception, I'm rolling shadows. Thank you, chat.
Rolling Shadows. Look for it on Spotify. It's the new. I don't like the look of that. We have no inspiration.
80.
Okay. So, for anyone joining us who doesn't know much about playing in Altero, we have a homebrew botch table or fumble table. And when you roll on certain botches, I mean, not all the ones where you're just trying to, insight check a lie, unless I make you, roll your percentile dice whenever you roll a 1. And an 80 will incur damage. Roll a d4.
Not the
Stuck my
beard.
toe real
not the
bad
beard,
on some
not the hair.
rock hidden in sand. Oh my god, 4.
So you take 6 points of damage.
Great start.
It's actually from, you take a footstep forward in the sand outside of the temple. And it opens up under your foot, and it is full of spiders.
Yeah.
And they chase up your leg, and they bite you, and you take all of these little points of damage. But then when you look down at them, they just wisp away into shadow that crawls forward into the temple as though it's being sucked inside by this vacuum. And you notice as you look around, although you're not able to perceive exactly what's causing all of this, you know that you're there for Faevaris. And she wouldn't come out into the sunlight of the desert. And she's pulling all of these small spiders who are piling out of the sand and turning them into the shadow and pulling them inside. And you can pick up at the front that there are a couple of bodies of the acolytes of Neneshan.
Oh wait, I'm engaged.
Yeah, and you can hear inside some chanting, but you don't make out exactly what they're saying, as you are instead enamored with the beautiful way the shadows are sucked back inside the temple. Rolander.
I'm all business right now, so I'm just gonna swing my sword. Oh, nat 20. So just raising the sword into the
It has
sky.
1 hit point.
Oh, well, I'm gonna milk this then. Much like the Oathbreaker, Favaris, you meet your end. And that is. It is. Oh, I mean, it's an insane amount of damage. It's the 34, 36. Yeah.
What happens?
I cleave it in twain.
And the black
Sorry, what was that?
The arms are going. They're not like this anymore. They're like this.
Yeah, and then they curl.
Yeah.
and it makes that noise and it echoes through your head. And it seems to continue and spill off of the sand as though there are more small, tiny screams all around you as these pockets of spiders seem to explode out of the sand and then be turned into shadows and whisked inside the temple, leading you in there. Move forward and approach with Soph.
Yeah, I'm gonna head toward the spot between Barbara and Soph, so I'm like right between both of them.
Approaching a temple of Neneshan that has been desecrated. The spider
Okay. I get it. I rolled low on my initiative.
attacks you. It's a 13 to bite you.
That does not hit. I'll say it hits, but it does nothing.
It bites you and doesn't matter. It stays with you. And it attempts to use its bonus action to become Shadow and to travel back to the Shadow Realm, holding on to you. It tries to grapple with you. But it's your turn.
I say, that'll be quite enough. And I just, and I punch it. Sorry, like open palm.
Heihachi style.
Yeah. That way.
Rolled attack.
23?
Hit. Roll damage.
Punch it again. I earned this. Yeah, that's also a hit.
It's flickering in your grasp as you feel parts of it trying to escape and maybe try to pull you back into the Shadow Realm with it. It whisks in and out of shadow and then becomes corporeal again.
Yeah. I will roll damage. Uh, 10, 16, 26.
Enough.
Okay. I just like and just break through its carapace through the slash, and I kind of leave my hand in to make sure it's dead, and then.
And it attempts to scream that last scream, but you know that scream echoes instead in the Shadow Realm where it was trying to escape back to, and it's gone.
As it dies in front of me, you see that like as it dies, I like gain a little bit more color to my pallid, almost desiccated flesh, and I gain 21 temporary HP.
Oh, damn it. Okay. That took longer than it should have.
But you look good.
Thank you.
And I'll approach as well.
Four of you approach the entrance to the temple.
I just looked to all my companions. I've prepared a speech.
Set the scene.
Okay, so
you stand here in the middle between them.
So Rolander is a paladin of Nenishan. So see, being at the step of a desecrated place of worship, I am disgusted, and I am oath sworn. This is my arch nemesis we are about to face. It is everything that goes against everything I stand for. And there's a reason why I'm doing this. I'll tell you in the end.
Do you usually give us little speeches, or this we're pretty used to this?
I'll tell you why.
All right.
Barbara, Tensoon's old friend, Master 17. Hold fast to your courage, friends. Hold fast to each other. Hold fast to Nenishan in your hearts and fear no evil. If by my sword or by my life I can hold back the shadow and allow the innocent, good, and righteous to flourish, then so be it. Evil shall not triumph this day. The betrayer, Faevaris, will be stopped here. Servant of Vorasama. The bards will sing tales of what transpires here this day. Our deeds shall echo through the ages. For the glory of Nenishan!
And because I took the feat Inspiring Leader, we all gain 20 temporary hit points. I'm going to not give it to you because you have one more than I would be able to. But yes, so we all gain 20 temporary hit points.
I was really from the heart. Nicely done. And I'll lead the charge here, or just tentatively.
That whole thing, I've been just like, with my foot and my leg. It's just like really irritating me. And when I took that damage, I just turned to my natural, like, chalk white gray eyes and white hair, which is Tensoon.
And then do you come back?
Not yet.
Okay. The approach. You had looked to investigate. As you get closer, Barbara, you see the fallen acolytes.
Is there anything strange about the bodies? Stands out to me. Always weird with the corpses with these religious types. No offense, bruh.
You're closest to one right now, and you approach.
Just roll it over with my boot, compassionately.
The compassionate boot rollover.
Hey, buddy.
And the eyes are looking up at you. And blink.
All right, you shouldn't be doing that, and I'll just.
I say,
Where does your mistress stand now?
She's not here yet. But all hearts will break to serve Favaris. And I will never feel a will again.
I say, I kind of like kneel down over him, and I say,
My heart broke long ago. Still your tongue now.
and I just grab his jaw and just dislocate it.
He doesn't react, as though he feels no pain.
I just don't want to hear him talk.
Do I know that these acolytes, like, knowingly betrayed Nenishan?
Good question. You approached this temple knowing that that may be the case, but you don't know for sure that all of them are like that. Roll perception
Okay.
and insight.
And insight? Okay. 16 perception.
Everybody do a perception roll.
And 21 insight.
Okay, so
And what I do with these people. I travel between.
you've been to this temple.
Yeah.
When you roll over this one, approaching past Soph, also blinks up at you, you recognize the face. And it is a young acolyte that the last time you were here, eager to serve Nenishan and be courageous and understand what that would mean in her heart. And she looks up at you, feeling nothing.
I am.
And your insight would give you enough to know that she has let Faevaris into her soul, but you don't know if it was willing or not.
Does she have a name?
How good is Rolanda at remembering all the acolytes' names? Or is Rolanda the character who would know her name?
Yeah.
Marielle.
Oreo. Are you in there?
There is only shadow.
I'm going to try casting.
While you're working on this, I just want to get quick perception check-ins.
It's not good. It's 11.
$25.
Ooh, that's dope.
I rolled a 17.
Thank you.
I rolled a 12.
You weren't able to pick it out earlier. You both hear the chanting from inside, but now that you're closer and not being bitten by weird tiny shadow spiders, you pick up that the words are actually clear to you. And it is a summoning chant. It is welcoming the shadow into the hearts so that all hearts can finally rest.
We need to stop them.
Yeah, I'm not liking this. The spiders earlier, like that attacked me, they almost got like sucked back into the shadows, like they were forming the shadows. It's
Like the rollback tide before a tsunami.
yes. There is much wrong here.
Time to interrupt this little party, I'd say. Lander, can she be helped?
I will try.
And I'm going to use a. They're not resisting, so I don't know if that counts as willing.
No.
So you're asking, is she a willing creature?
Yeah.
She has no will.
Therefore.
You can try.
Okay.
She cares not for the help that you may give her.
Okay. I'm gonna try using cleansing touch, which ends a spell affecting a willing creature.
Okay.
I'll try. So I just reach my hand to her forehead.
Nenishan, preserve your followers.
Nat 1. I will roll
Ooh,
again.
hell yeah.
Oh shit, I could have done that. Oh well.
No,
we didn't have any. Now we do.
Yeah, we didn't have any.
Good. I'm not an idiot.
You're fine.
Entirely.
You're not an idiot.
Don't talk about my friend that way.
That's wonderful of you to say. Thank you. And just like turns the into that face for just a moment, and then back to Tenzin.
You can't save us. There is nothing more to save because she is everything.
She is a liar and a betrayer.
And I'm just gonna drag my sword slowly to decapitate this person I tried to save.
Why slowly? Make it quick.
To send a message.
All right.
They're all connected.
When Rolando says they're all connected, you do feel that sense that from this body, and as the one that finally bleeds out and perishes following the loss of its jaw,
Did it interrupt the chat at all?
the chant
The
continues.
chat? No.
And you sense the spilling of shadow energy out of them, and it also gets sucked inside the temple.
We must hurry. We will tell these wayward acolytes that their heads no longer belong to them.
Have a feeling they know we're coming now, so.
Good. That will not matter. Stay close.
Anything else before you enter the temple?
Look for traps?
Is there like a bar we can get a drink at?
No.
But roleplay this moment between the four of you before you enter. You are. Did you come up with a name for your group?
We did, and then we forgot it. What was it? Doom Squad?
Dead Enders.
The Dead Enders,
If
yeah.
we all like it.
Yeah.
It was
Feels like a name.
Timothy Spear was on the table as
It
well.
feels like a name. It feels like a name that like people call us.
Yeah.
People call you the Dead Enders.
Oh. But what do we call ourselves?
We're like a zombie British soap opera.
Yeah.
But you also will be known to the histories, the legends, the sagas, the songs that bards sing. You meant to write down Heart's Word, but everyone knew you as defeaters of Faevaris. And they remembered you in history as the Heart Sword instead. But history doesn't recall the cost. And now we find out. We travel inside the temple.
Friends.
I'll look at each of you, take a breath.
I'd like to do an investigation to, are there traps right here?
This is the last chance for anyone to turn back. I do not care if I leave this place.
You're leaving. We're all going for a drink after this.
My investigation's not great. Yeah, I rolled an 8.
There appear to be no traps, and if anything, the chanting says a shift, as though they invite more hearts to enter and be broken.
All right, then. Pitter patter.
Let's get at her.
No bones.
And we shuffle
As my hand is like.
Yeah, I know.
to inside the temple. Roleplayer, walk in. I'll be right back.
I know, I'm surprised to hear you had a heart to break at one point. I mean, that is a compliment.
It was not in any of your lifetimes.
I'm well aware of that. I'm only 40.
You make it look good. Trust me, I know. This temple was a beautiful place. It still can be, even marred by death. It is a part of everything.
What's your walking order? Do you lead?
Yeah.
I'll stand next to him.
Yeah, I'll be up there at the front as well since I was investigating.
Are we all in a line? We're doing the
Yeah.
cool slow-mo, like cool guys doing.
Somehow an explosion goes off.
I put on my aviators.
The heroes approach. And you find entering one voice, echoed, amplified. It sounds like could be hundreds of voices, but its mouth moves, this acolyte, and his voice escapes through his mouth as though there are spider legs that keep trying to crack his mouth open, and with each of those legs that form, there's more voices. It is
As soon as Tensoon sees clearly another something in here, he switches immediately back to Soph, which I should clarify. Although this is the persona that I'm presenting, Soph actually has like more of a classic rogue kind of black hair and pale skin and sort of thing. But like, imagine with Hunger Games styled beard, just not pink. He's definitely worn this look numerous times. It's one of his other ones. It's a bit of a party look when he's hanging out with that kind of
It's a
royal
Saturday
crew.
look.
Yeah.
Socialite mode, right?
Yeah.
Perception's walking in, connecting eyes with you. There are 3 acolytes, terrified near this pillar here.
Oh, I will immediately. They're terrified.
They are doing what they can to not show it, but you would pick up on that. You know these young acolytes from the Temple of Nenesh.
Oh, I'm running over.
I got a passive insight of 23.
You would also know. Yes, no one's rolling for this. They are not hiding. They are trying. They are trying to be brave. They
Steal
have
yourself.
taken up their staves as weapons, but they do not know what to do. So you come over.
Yeah, I'm
What
gonna
does
run
everyone
over.
else like to do?
As I get within 10 feet of them, my aura would cleanse their fear.
Amazing.
Paladin! I'll just lean my axe across my back and look at buddy guy with the mouse and go, you know, you should really chew and swallow your food before you try to talk.
I subtly change my face from being quite as like austere and roguey to being, you know, a little rounder, a little softer featured, to come across as more approachable and happy and jovial rather than like emo rogue.
Eam rogue.
Come on, like,
I love it.
hello. How things do not seem to be going well for you. You appear nervous. There's no reason to be.
Talking to the acolytes who used to be so afraid.
Yeah.
Do I see the fear leave them?
They do adapt to this new moment. You can see their grip get stronger on the weapons they've improvised. They were not planning to fight today, and they were not anticipating this. Sudden betrayal.
What has happened here?
Rolander. We will all be saved. We believe that some of the acolytes have been planning this for months, and then today, suddenly, they have betrayed Altero.
Are there more like you? that have not succumbed.
We three are all that remain. But we cannot approach.
I can.
Yeah, tell us what we gotta do to take this guy down before she gets here.
I'd aim for the head.
Yeah, but like, is he gonna like... We've been through enough of these. We know how these things go. It's never that easy.
It's never just the head, you're right.
Friends, if you do not feel
Or
anything,
if it is, it's like 7 of them.
if you do not feel Anishin's courage to enter this fight, then leave this place.
We have shame. We will not leave. We feel the courage that you bring from Neneshan, and we will fight beside you.
I see no shame here. You stand here, not quite defenseless, but compared to what's out there, and you're holding your staffs and you're bearing yourselves, there's nothing more courageous than that. You haven't fled. You have stayed here despite your fear.
One cannot be truly courageous unless one knows fear. Stand by my side.
With what you've brought them, the three of them do not flee. They wait for the next move.
They three all will die. There is no shame in that either.
No.
That's what I appreciate about you. It's your relentless optimism.
Yes, I mean, there's no shame in death.
I'm not rushing. I'm just gonna walk toward creepy spider mouth guy, and
I'll be right beside you.
Ditto.
I'm
Rush him.
gonna swing for his neck.
Watching from where the acolytes are. Sticking with them.
I remember the wizards last time. Yeah. Okay. You walk forward.
Yeah, just there's no words here. I'm just going for it.
Shadow bursts out before you can act. Yeah. It stops you. It's as though the two realms, ours and the Shadow Realm, are crashing together. And it's hard for you to push forward through this moment for the radius around, 10 feet radius around the acolyte. You can't enter in, and a flash of darkness makes it impossible to see.
I have blind sense and can see through 10 feet of that. How close am I? With that 10 feet?
You're just outside of that circle.
Okay.
So you see a flash of what would be should she escape into your realm.
Oh.
And she sends into your minds a brief vision of the world she pictures being able to have, where she is leading an army. But as she conquers lands, they fall at her feet, much like the acolytes outside, as she has used up their hearts, their energy, their will, their passion, everything about them that would make someone care enough to stand against a villain. And as she drops these waves of people, she steps towards each of you in the room for a brief moment of vision. And you just feel a flash of her. Many eyes at the top of the face. The darkness, a flash of white cobweb in her hair. And she wisps across you. And then dropping at the acolyte. Shadows, webs. And it just crashes across you like a wave. And you hear her voice for the first time. Rolander.
Oathbreaker.
This is as it's meant to be.
Yes, you are cursed to repeat this over and over, and I am happy to hand you your newest defeat.
You bring the master. Barbara. Solve. I know you as Tensu. What do you give to me? I want your hearts.
You're gonna get a quick ride home.
Yes, I didn't really come here intending to give anything to you.
But that is the way the curse works.
I'm sorry, could you clarify that a little bit? Do you have a contract or any sort of fine print we could read?
What can I roll to see what I know about this curse? Can I
Roll
roll
religion.
advantage?
Yes.
Okay.
May I roll that as well?
Yes.
I would also like to roll insight.
Yes.
You said religion?
Yes. At advantage. For the paladin. Barbara, roll perception.
Not intimidation as I just sit here and let these guys do their work.
23.
Okay. We'll come around the circle starting with Rolander. So
Insight, you say?
Sorry.
to do a perception.
Perception, thank
Yeah.
you.
So on your end,
Nice.
it's not clear that there is any requirement that you know of for the pattern of this curse, other than that she will be defeated here today. But what is it that she's trying to accomplish? Because every version of this is a little bit different. She is relentless and will never give up. And it sometimes goes on for longer than the lifetime, the century that is typical. In this case, what she's done here feels familiar for what you would know. And you know that Neneshan stood against her and cursed her and sent her to be a servant to another. But why would she continue to be cyclically allowed this chance? What is it, you wonder, that Neneshan wants to teach you, or her, or the world, about courage?
24 insight.
Oh, damn.
Gonna play that
word?
game, are we?
I think that is the game.
Dice, the game.
She is not truthful. And is not afraid. But you sense something about it that isn't courageous. Something wavers in some of the way she speaks, and whether that's because she has not transitioned fully from the Shadow Realm, or because she has a concern that you don't understand, it's hard to tell.
I'm going to have to call BS on this a little bit. We don't have to give you anything. That's not part of it at all. In fact, you seem fearful. Where is your courage?
Gone. Moment she betrayed Neneshan.
21.
You're watching the acolyte's body itself. And you watch as first the feet seem to spill away and dissolve into spiders. And then it starts to slowly move up the body of the acolyte itself. It's starting to just become spiders from the feet up. Those spiders, small, voracious, skitter across the room, and they evaporate into shadows. And they travel up the walls, and you watch as darkness seems to engulf the space around you, as the acolyte is slowly eaten alive by the shadow.
I rolled a 22 on my religion check, so pretty close to his.
So you've learned a lot about the religions of this world since coming here. Your perspective is different from Rolander, who knows the histories of Nenishan and personally knows the acolytes here. You're more connected to death itself and the religions of Altero that deal with it. Vorasarma is the goddess of death.
That is who kept the gate to this plane when I walked into it.
Her death version is shadows because she's in the shadow realm. And there are other gods and goddesses who connect to life and death. But hers is in the shadow realm. And she would have connected briefly with you. She is not good. But she is not expecting the servitude of another. And that might be what allows Faevaris a chance to continue this cycle. She does not serve another and is near godliness herself.
I look at this acolyte that's being like torn asunder by shadow itself. Is Favaris still speaking through the acolyte?
Yes, and the spider's knees are spilling away beneath the feet of the acolyte.
Can I cast Eldritch Blast through this field?
Yes.
Oh. I just shoot 3 bolts.
She looks out at you. If you keep destroying everything, how will we talk?
Then let us talk.
You blast towards the acolyte's body. It just blows apart spiders,
Oh, okay.
and they flash into the shadows that continue to build up against the walls.
You cannot trust anything she says.
Never that
Do not
easy.
intend to trust anything
betrayer.
or everything. I can assess the information appropriately.
Welcome, Raiders. Okay, so she...
Raiders,
No.
Eldritch Blast, Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. She looks out at you. You see the face peel away to see a little bit of the glimpse of her. The spider form through a cobweb dark shadow as the mouth drops and the jaw falls apart into spiders, and she's looking out at you from the shadow realm, her many eyes across her forehead.
That's right. Come out here so we can kill you.
you should know.
Sorry, please go on.
Go, tell me
Canadians.
what I should know.
The Canadians stand up in the middle of it.
I once aspired to godhood, as you did.
I do as I do.
Only curse comes from your action. I once aspired to return and see my curse undone in acts of vengeance. Only pain and entrapment comes from this. It is only through humility that you may be set free and begin your journey anew. We do not owe you anything, but if you would permit me, I would like to teach you a lesson in humility this day. That maybe you may begin your journey anew and free yourself from this cycle, as I freed myself from mine.
You are not free,
Not yet,
Master.
not yet.
Chansun asked what I am so afraid of. I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
I'm sorry, I don't want to be a pain, but Soph asked you.
What are you afraid of?
Oh, I think there are many things in the world that are valid fears. I can't say that I enjoy walking into a den of angry owl beasts. Owl
Bears?
Owl bears.
Bears.
Yeah. Sorry,
Bears. They're very cute when they're young.
thinking about a lot of other things as well.
Bears are beasts. We got you.
Yes.
You are afraid of owl bears. I do not recall Vorsam's nightmares to you about bears.
I didn't say that I was afraid of them on a day-to-day basis, but when walking into a den of potentially aggressive animals, it is, of course, normal to be at least apprehensive. That is fear, but
She rolls
in
insight.
courage, we move past it.
Why are you walking into an animal den and being scared of the animals that live there?
It's a metaphor.
So we just
19.
gonna be scared of something. Be scared of something like centipedes.
I'm being entirely
I like
genuine.
centipedes.
And what
They are one of the 5 deadly venoms.
Tasty.
what does that get her from your fear? Her eyes, so many of them glistening through the shape of this acolyte as it starts to continue to spill away into shadowy spiders. As you continue to blast pieces off of him.
Stop, you are merely widening her entrance.
I think with that, might as well.
She wants to know what's in your heart.
Well, boy, does she.
Nothing.
That was a 1.
What are you afraid of, Tensoon? I'm asking as the DM, not as.
Tensoon is afraid to be trapped. Anything. He likes to slip in and out of. They like to slip in and out of situations and personas, and to be stuck as an identity is terrifying.
Some of the eyes shift to Barbara. If Tensoon can do it, so can you. Tell me what you're afraid of, Barbara.
Meta question. If they're within 10 feet of me, does this have to draw on an actual fear? Because they can't feel fear if they're in 10 feet of me. They can't be frightened.
No, we're just talking about our feelings, man, with the fucking thing we're supposed to obliterate here. But
They still feel your courage and the aura that you radiate, but they can be truthful here.
Okay.
I don't feel fear. I feel anger. It's healthier. And centipedes.
There's nothing wrong with centipedes.
It's not that I'm scared of them, they're just icky. They just are
That's.
like all the legs and the
I get it.
like, oh, what's that thing called where you're scared of the weird holes in like the bodies and stuff? Like octopus, yeah, whatever that is.
That's a thing.
Yeah, it's like a gross. Why am I telling you this? You can.
Agoraphobia or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. No biggie.
Are you afraid of bodies?
Fuck no. You didn't see me rip the guy outside in half. I once like went full like smoosh like a monkey with cymbals of the guy's hand between my just brains everywhere.
I admired you for that one. It's quite good.
It always means that little extra specialness when you say that to me. Thank you.
What about your future?
You gotta live in the moment, man. You can.
I know your future.
Liar.
Is it scary? Doing what we do, like, you can't be afraid of, like, we all know we may get it one day. Like, we're not gonna get old and have families here. Probably. Maybe. If we do, it's gonna be great.
Sometimes the thing to be afraid of the most is what happens to those people. Down the line, Barbara, there are many barbarian women who owe you everything. Some of them will be very, very afraid of me. And I will eat her heart.
I didn't need additional reasons to fucking knock your block off. Get out here so I can fucking fight you.
Yes. Are you claiming that you can see through time?
Not as well as the Master can. Will you tell them what you're afraid of? Are you brave enough to reveal to your companions what is the truth of the universe? 17.
It is vast and empty and without meaning. You want to know what I'm afraid of?
Yes.
I am afraid that I will not find meaning and value in life. I'm afraid that if I do not, I will be bound to my fate. But what may be lost to you is that if I do not find that meaning, then I see no value in sparing you. And I will rend you asunder and wait until you return. And I will rend you asunder again. And each time I will observe your death and passing, I will observe your fear and your anger, and it will teach me something, and I will find meaning in that, if that's what it takes.
I will never give up.
And that is why you will fail. Come, let us finish this.
But we have not heard from Rolander. You have been corrupted by Neneshan, the liar.
You speak of corruption. Betrayer, Oathbreaker, what do you fear?
We're trading. Would you have everyone else tell me, but not yourself?
I no longer fear.
That is not true.
That is true.
You have nothing to be afraid of.
No.
What if Neneshan is what I say and is not the god of courage? What if he is a god of shame and my curse was to defy him truly, rightly, as a just, righteous paladin, and I stood up to him and he banished me for it? What if your god is broken?
I do not serve Neneshan. I serve the people of Altero.
And they don't want you. They want me.
No.
No one wants to toil for a lifetime, I will let them rest. Finally, I will lay them all down, and there will be no more suffering, because that is life. Rest easy, hearts of Altero. I am coming for you.
Come.
And now you ask, and I will tell you. What am I afraid of? My banishment to the Shadow Realm meant that I have faced and found so many terrible things. They exist there, and they torture us. And I will pull them here every time I get the chance. And I am always reborn. And this time, I have found something special for you. Something that scares me deeply, truly, all the way to the darkness. I will pull it in here.
What was that?
I will pull it in here.
Oh, I thought I heard dead near.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either.
I was gonna write it down.
I like dead things.
The shadows in the room start to coalesce.
Sounds like she liked it.
Be not afraid.
I mean, she's trying to pull it in there.
I was trying to keep my mouth shut.
I waited as long as I could.
The acolytes turn to you.
Oh. Is she still here?
She has faded backwards a little bit, but the room is starting to fill with more shadow.
You should tell these acolytes to flee.
Now is your last chance.
They stand strong behind you and they move,
Watch
take up space.
each other's backs. I think I understand her more now. She serves a purpose.
There
As I
is-
said, you cannot display courage if you do not know fear.
There is no shame in leaving at this point. It is not courage to set yourself up like a fool.
There are worse things than death.
It is courage to ensure that you can actually fight the fight again.
Tensoon, these are servants of Neneshan. It is not just courage, it is also self-sacrifice.
Their death will give their life meaning.
Indeed.
And
You-
if they die now, what do they accomplish? Versus if they were to hold back and grow and actually accomplish something.
Well, I mean, you guys do you, but it'd be nice if at least one of you stayed alive to, relay what went on here this afternoon, just in case we don't make it home.
That is apt.
Thank you. I don't hear that enough.
By all means, stay and fight or leave. There are both options.
We have no magic. What do we do?
Die, it sounds like.
What skills do you have?
You should go and tell them. Tell the people what happened here.
I mean, I could throw one of you at her.
You should use this opportunity.
One of them goes to put their hand up, and the other one is like,
Are you trained in combat?
yes.
What do you know to do?
We have some abilities with the staff.
Like melee abilities, or can you
noble
do
weapon.
magic-y dancey dance?
Some would call it a dance, I guess. Maybe?
You know what? Just go. Just go. You're off the hook.
I think
Blessings and whatever upon thee. Just go.
I think your path in the world is to leave and learn. Become strong, become the person that can help people.
All of this is happening while swirls of dark energy surround the one acolyte at the front of the room. And although you don't see Faevaris' face again, you hear her voice. I will show you what scares me. And the room starts to coalesce with all of the dark shadow energy. And
The acolytes stayed?
They could turn into mobs.
I'm standing beside them and have blind sense, so whatever they do, I'm gonna know.
They could turn into mobs. Go, get out.
Your darkness has no place here. I cast daylight.
amazing.
Sick. That's some Gandalf shit.
Charge down over that hill.
So I raise the sword, and from the hilt shooting into this, I'm gonna say it's a 60-foot radius, so 60 feet above the ground. And then, so 120-foot diameter, 60-foot radius, there is magical daylight. It lasts for an hour. It's a sphere.
Amazing. The daylight brightness crashes into all of the darkness, the top of the room. All of these shadows have been spilling out up the walls, forming a thick, black, dark energy. It crashes into your light. It starts to spiral all around the top of the room, light and dark together, forming a hurricane of magical energy together inside this space. Favaris laughing. The shadows themselves seem to shoot down strikes of light and dark. Your own light energy, the sunlight, attempting to pierce through, and it crashes into the floor. Dark shadows spill forward, crashing down like their own black lightning as something horrible, dark, fearsome will be summoned. And we'll meet it next time.
I want to
End of the episode, everybody! I am.
What's that? We're playing for 2 more hours.
Gotta smash!
Roll it in. We're gonna, I have so many people to thank because this has been a huge journey for us, and there's so many team members who.
I know, this is
That's
amazing.
around us. The minis in front of us. That thing.
Okay, so
This space.
She's got my beard.
our team is amazing, and I just want to thank everybody who came together, and we are going to see these elements through the next 3 episodes as we continue these 2 epic battles. Chelsea's build here with Tim's Vitral Keep. We've got Julian building this here. All of our hair and makeup from Sarah and Lala. Oh my goodness, we had Josh and Kirby do all of this set stuff here with us. The overlays by Kevin in the 2 different formats for us. We've got Casey here, Born and Christ, doing the music. God, we've got all of these elements in the booth today. It's Tony and Dylan. Tech directing and doing sound for us, our post-production team, and everybody helped with the promos. Scotty's sound on the promo that we're gonna put up on YouTube is beautiful, and all of the team. Tanya's graphics. Oh my god, I can't. Ingrid, Kevin, this is, I can't. I can't.
This is a labor of love.
So many people, and if I've forgotten anybody, I'm so sorry, but we'll drop names every episode because it's been such a labor of love.
And thank you for being here.
Yeah, Ash came together to create all of these pieces. Murdoch will be back to. I can't say what it means to be able to be on this journey with everybody. And I want to share with all of you what it means to feel courageous in my own heart through these stories with my players. Stay tuned, everybody. We're going to raid.
Yeah, stay tuned for the raid.
Stay tuned for the raid. And next time, we're back next Tuesday to continue these 2 battles in these 2 eras. We've also got some other exciting stuff coming up. Check us out on YouTube and on Twitch here at Questline D&D. Thank you, everybody. Tweet at me, I'm at Squirrels of Doom. Let me know what's going on in your games, because when you roll the dice, you make the magic happen.